Who is first,
ओके।
ma'am?
हाँ जी।
First Indra या me?
यस, इंदिरा विल बी गोइंग फर्स्ट। आपको 2 मिनट मिलेंगे ओपनिंग स्टेटमेंट के लिए, 2 से 2.5। 3 मिनट
Okay.
रीजनिंग के लिए। 6 मिनट काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स के लिए। 1 से 1.5 मिनट क्लोजिंग आर्ग्यूमेंट के लिए। इसी के
Okay.
साथ स्टार्ट करते हैं। इंदिरा। इंदिरा, आपका टाइम स्टार्ट होता है अब।
Good evening, teacher and my dear friends. Today I want to talk about why social media does more harm than good. Social media has changed the way we live, learn, and communicate. People spend hours scrolling and comparing their lives with others, which, which creates stress, anxiety, and also depression. Also, social media encourages fake trends, artificial creativity, and superficial connections. It connects us with strangers, but at the same time, it creates distance from people who really matter, like family and close friends. So, although social media may seem useful, overall it harms creativity, relationships, and behavior more than it helps.
My point of view, social media
डन।
does harm in.
वेट वेट। इंदिरा, आपका हो गया।
That's all, ma'am.
आपने सिर्फ 1 मिनट बोला है। राइट। रीना, प्लीज मिस ये मिस्टेक आप मत करिएगा, एंड ऑल ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर लिसनिंग टू मी,
Okay,
प्लीज ये
ma'am.
मिस्टेक मत कीजिए। आपको टाइम मिला है, धीरे भी धीरे बोलिए, और अपनी तरफ से भी ऐड ऑन करने की कोशिश करिए अगर आपका टाइम कम है तो। ठीक है।
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. I will try.
ओके रीना, प्लीज स्टार्ट।
Social media does harm in many way. I notice if you people use like watching TV, like watching reels, so affect the eyes. So they are not good because not good. Many user compare like teenager standard. They see the platform like Instagram, using Facebook. Too much time is wasting. That's the reason not safe for teenager like students and also children's like children's watching game, playing game, spending too much time online, face-to-face communication. So that's not good for children's. Social media can spend false information very quickly, and people many believing fake news share, and online addictions can affect sleep and daily routine. Nowadays, the children are without watching mobile, not sleeping. Without watching game, playing game, not sleeping. That's the reason the people, children have like issue, problem, headache, anxiety. So that's not good. It can reduce the people's like many people feel low, alone, even after spending time. So children say maybe explore information. Social media can not use it too much. Not too much good because nowadays effect like eyes and that's the reason not good for not good for health. Eyes is not for good for you. Not good. Then that's the reason I'm not agree with students. Watch social media watching. Anyone believing mobile? That's all, ma'am. Oh my God. Ma'am, I have completed, ma'am.
Indira, am I audible to you? Yes, रीना, आई नो। इंदिरा, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? इंदिरा।
Ma'am, she is for, not against.
I'm say against now. Why children are too much spending time for mobile
रीना,
any
रीना,
like
वेट वेट वेट। इंदिरा, आपने ओपन करा, रीना ने ओपन करा, अब रीजनिंग की बारी है।
Okay, ma'am.
तो अब आप हैं, प्लीज थोड़ा अटेंटिव रहिए। आई कांट कॉल 5 टाइम्स 6 टाइम्स, ओके? प्लीज स्टार्ट।
Reason 1. Social media connect us with strangers all over the world. But at the same time, it creates distance with the people who truly matter, like family, relatives, teachers, and close friends. Many teenagers and young adults block family members on social media, following and interacting with random strangers whom they have never met. This habit of connecting only online reduces the value of real life relationship. Social media gives the illusion of friendship or companionship, but these connections are often temporary. While people may have thousands of friends online, they rarely get the emotional support, care, or guidance that real relationship provide. For example, when someone faces a health issue or a personal problem, who is there to help them? Family. Who take care of them during illness or emotional distress? Again, family. Social media connects. Social media connections can't replace that. Apart from these, this online interactions
I know I
offer
know so
superficial interactions of virtual attention over meaningful time spent with loved ones. It creates a generation where relationships are judged by likes, follows, comments, rather than trust, care, and emotional bond.
okay. I know
That's all.
social media is a good, but if you people spend time too much, that's not good because social media has everything. People doing work like home, a hospital doing work like online job and online take a class. But nowadays students like misuse like watching reels too much, spending time with mobile, not pay attention for education, and that's the reason I'm not agree with you agree with people because too much spending time is not good for students like children's and also eyes. Yeah, the effect the eyes. That's the reason I'm not agree. But if you people use like social media like education purpose, taking a online class, like doing work, uh, doing online business, so that's a good. Then also I agree study, so that's a good. I'm not social media is a bad thing. Not I agree. Social media is also good, but depend of person how can utilize the how can use the social media. So I am not. I'm agree with you. The social media is good because if you not a social media, so how can connect with people? How can talk with person? And day by day people growing like business like everything doing very early and very easily, so that's the reasons social media has good, but people not use good way. Nowadays teenager like not pay attention like education, so that's the reason sometimes I'm not feeling good because the parents are not give respect and take care, so that's the reason the children too much spend time with mobile. If you parents give pay attention, so why children are spending time with a mobile, watching reels and Facebook, making the video like reels. So I'm I'm saying कि social media is good, but depend of people how can use the social media. That's all.
Okay, Reena, you are done.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक
My
है।
daughter disturb me sometimes.
ओके, इंदिरा, स्टार्ट करें काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट से।
मैम रीजन टू।
नहीं, रीजन टू क्यों होगा, एक ही रीजन बोलना है।
ओके मैम।
ओके, अब काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स का टाइम है।
40
प्लीज, आपका टाइम स्टार्ट होता है अब, 1 मिनट आपको मिलेगा।
Many teenagers today use abusive or vulgar words casually. Where are they learning this from? Is it from home or from neighbor or mostly from social media? Many teenagers follow online influencers who may be successful but often use inappropriate language. Teenagers copy their style to look cool and trendy. This has now become a common trend where some teenagers use slang or abusive words even in formal situations. I am not talking about informal language among friends, which is normal, but the problem is they sometimes use it with elders or peers. Social media is shaping teenagers' speech, manner, and attitude towards in society. That's all.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not agree with his see because if you the students like watching a mobile like spending too much time. So also parents say why are you using too much a mobile? Okay, that's the reason the childrens follow. I know all some people some students are bad behaviors like talking very rudely. So because not pay attention the parents. That's the reason. Children's like watching too much mobile spending too much time so that's the reason that's the reason students have not good knowledge about how can talk with person. That's the reason the students has a behavior very bad. But I'm not some students some student has that type habits, but all are not that type habits. All parents has a give respect and spending time with family. So that's the reason I'm not agree. That's all, ma'am.
नाइस, इंदिरा।
The opposing side says that family, friends, schools, and personal choice shapes teenagers' behavior more than social media. But the problem is social media exposes teenagers to repeated example of disrespectful language every day, often from people they admire online. This exposure normalizes bad behavior even if parents try to guide them what is good for them or what is bad for them. Teenagers may have control in content, what they want to see, but in reality, peer pressure and trending content online override guidance. One viral video or post can influence thousands of teenagers instantly. So, yes, positive content exists, but it drawn it out by the overwhelming presence of trends, jokes, memes, and videos that encourage vulgar or disrespectful language. That's all.
Okay, ma'am. My point of view, ma'am, कि if you parents give attention for children, so not children's too much time spending with using social media, because but nowadays parents okay you can use because you have any online study. That's the reason the parents give like mobile, but after finish the classes the use misuse like a teenager. That's the reason. But because parents believe the children's yes the my children's doing work but the children's use misuse. That's the reason the children's watching reels like a mobile anything. That's all, ma'am.
इंदिरा।
Another negative effect is that social media promotes temporary relationships. Many people use social media only for casual interaction or entertainment. rather than meaningful connections. Teenagers often block relatives, family, and follow random strangers they have never met. The growing use of online platforms shows that people prefer temporary connection and ignore real life relationships. Social media increases the number of people we interact with, but it decreases the quality and depth of relationships. That's all.
रीना।
Yes, ma'am, I agree with her because she talk well. So, but nowadays the children's some parents have like work doing going outside doing work. So that's a reason the children's like watching mobile, spending time too much with phone. And some parents has at home so give attention play attention to their children not to use too much mobile. So that's the reason the children's all children has a good thinking, and some children has using too much mobile addiction. That's the reason. That's all, ma'am.
You're done, रीना?
Ma'am, I have complete.
ओके, तो आप दोनों के काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स भी हो चुके हैं। अब क्लोजिंग आर्ग्यूमेंट्स की बात है। इंदिरा, आर यू रेडी?
Yes, ma'am. The opposing side claims that family, friends, schools, and personal choice are more important than social media in shaping teenagers' behavior. While this is partially true, it underestimates the power of social media influence. Teenagers are exposed to abusive language, disrespectful behavior, and harmful trends every single day online. They see influencers, celebrities, or even peers using vulgar words, and repetition of such content normalizes it in their minds. Even if parents try to guide them at home, these lessons are often drowned out by viral trends that reach thousands, sometimes millions of teenagers instantly. Personal choice exists in theory, but in practical, peer pressure and fearing of missing out FOMO make teens follow online trends without thinking. They imitate language, jokes, gestures, and behavior from people they admire online because social media rewards popularity, not good manners. Teenagers naturally want to fit in with what's trending, and this creates a cycle where disrespectful and vulgar language becomes socially acceptable. Moreover, positive and educational content does exist, but it is outnumbered and overshadowed by entertaining, viral, and humorous content that often promotes
इंदिरा,
slang, disrespect, or
इंदिरा,
shallow interactions.
आर यू डन?
No, ma'am. Social media
ओके
platforms are
इंदिरा,
designed.
टाइम अप हो गया। थैंक यू। ठीक है।
Okay, ma'am.
रीना, आप रेडी हो?
Ma'am, yes,
ओके, प्लीज
she talk
स्टार्ट रीना।
She talk well. I agree with her, but some students has a good habit, some students has bad habit. That's the reason students are spending time too much. If you parents give 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's enough. And she told you go outside, you play outdoor, and not indoor, not spending time too much in mobiles. So much better for children's. And utilize the time. Social media have good some too much some good habits, some bad habits. So utilize like good habits like study material watching, online class taking. That's a good for children. That's all, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. I have completed my time.
रीना, आपको मिलते हैं 10 on 20। एंड इंदिरा आपको मिलते हैं
20.
11/20।
Wow.
ओके। दो
Very
इंदिरा, आई वॉज डिसअपॉइंटेड क्योंकि आपने ऑलमोस्ट हर जगह जहां बोला है वहां आपने टाइम छोड़ दिया था। विद
ma'am.
रीना इट वाज अ लॉट कि उन्होंने सारी जगह बोला है, लेकिन जब आर्ग्यूमेंट्स पे बात आई तो शी लैग्ड अ लॉट। ठीक है। सो प्लीज स्टूडेंट्स फोकस कि आपको किस तरीके से बोलना है। एंड या ठीक है। ग्रुप नंबर 4। ग्रुप नंबर 4 है शीतल एंड अक्की। आप दोनों रेडी हो?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है। शीतल आप?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके। शीतल एंड अक्की, आपका टॉपिक है एग्जाम शुड बी रिमूव्ड। शीतल आप फॉर में है, अक्की आप अगेंस्ट में है। शीतल आप अपनी स्टेटमेंट्स के साथ रेडी हो?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, प्लीज स्टार्ट।
Okay. Good evening, ma'am, and good evening, everyone. So today's debate topic is exam should be removed. First, let me define what are examinations. Examinations are assessment tests implemented at school or national levels as a kind of evaluation of the learning competence of the students. They are used to measure the level of proficiency of students for several important subjects. So, um, the examinations are stressful and cause all kind of fears, tension, and anxiety and stress in the mind of students. So, therefore, I strongly support that examinations should be removed before they cause more harm to students. So my point of view that is that the present examination system is not a reliable test of measuring the ability of the students as lucky plays a major role. Besides, it is impossible to test every aspect of subject within the short exam. If a student is lucky and what he has studied for his tested, he will score high. Moreover, exams don't properly assess people's grasp of the subject, and you can get high or lower marks than you deserve. In short, I would like to reform that my point examination should be removed because they are not reliable tests of measuring the ability of the students, besides providing huge necessary emotional burden and stress. That's my point. Yes, ma'am.
ओके। अक्की?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that we should ban them, but I think we should relook at them. And as she said that, I don't think it's totally about regurgitating facts. There are a lot of aspects when it comes to exams, and I think instead of asking whether we should whether the exam should be removed or abolished, we should ask how can exams be made better. Like that's one more mature, not emotional. Like like if I talk about exam, life itself is an exam, right? So life constantly tests you in every point of life, whether it's about job interviews, driving tests, medical entrance, army selection. And if you remove exams from school, you are raising fragile minds. Okay, let's take an example. Like, let's take an example. If she is sitting in a plane and someone says, by the way, the pilot was never tested, no exams, no evaluation, we just believed in his self confidence and natural talent. So, I've got a question for you. Like, would you sit on that plane? Yeah, of course not, right? Because when your life is at stake, competence matters more than feelings. So now think about this carefully. Like a pilot studies under strict systems regulated by bodies like the Aviation Administration, Civil Aviation. Like they must pass written exams, flying tests, simulator checks, and repeated evaluations. because one small mistake in the sky can cost hundreds of lives. So exams are not there to torture pilots, they are there to protect passengers. Now the same logic applies everywhere. So yeah, I have finished. Thank you.
Okay, okay. uh, शीतल, रीजनिंग के लिए आप तैयार हो?
Yes, ma'am.
प्लीज स्टार्ट.
So the reason is first reason is exams cause extreme stress and mental health issues. Exam put immeasurable pressure on student, it leading to anxiety, depression, and even suicides in extreme cases. For example, in India, during board exams like class 10th and 12th, thousands of students faces severe stress, and many students suicide because of exam pressure. And this shows exams are harm and well-being more than they help. And second reason is exams do not differentiate between students. Exams do not depend on someone's preparation only. They are also dependent on their physical and mental health and also their social situations. For example, suppose if someone is sick during exams, then they not get a second chance. Such a factor would decide whether you are among best or worst student, no matter how intelligent you are and how much you are prepared for the exams. So we see how unfair the whole system is. So Albert Einstein once said that everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it stupid. In modern school examinations have been around for more than a century. Most of people have taken them for years. They have passed through long hours and sleepless nights for preparation and memorizing. Sometimes exams help a student to pass to the next level, but most of time they hindered them. And one thing is sure, exam were never a tool of acquire knowledge and can never define someone's intelligence or capabilities. Setting a tree climbing assessment task to the intelligence of a fish is just inappropriate as setting a logical mathematical assessment task to the intelligence of a person gifted with the interpersonal or with intelligence. So that's my point. Exam should be cancelled. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, that sounds good actually. Yeah. So I would like to say that, let's say, like your English ma'am is sitting there quietly watching this debate on whether exam should be removed or not. Okay, so now think deeply on this thing. Like, would you accept her without examination? Like, she is your teacher today because once she passed examinations, she proved she understands literature, grammar, thought, expression. If she had never been tested, would you trust her to guide you? Suppose exams were abolished in her time. Anyone could claim, I love English, so I'm a teacher. Or I'm a fluent speaker, so I can be a teacher, right? So love is beautiful, but competence is necessary. Without examination, qualification becomes a matter of opinion. And imagine she checks your notebooks without ever testing you. If she never conducts a test, how will she know whether you truly understand Shakespeare or are only nodding politely? Evaluation is not punishment, it is clarity. Even she faces examination every day. When she enters the classroom, students silently evaluate her. If she is unprepared, you notice. Life examines everyone, teachers included. So if we remove exams, what message are we sending? That effort does not need proof, that preparation does not require accountability, that seriousness is optional. Exams protect standards. If tomorrow a hospital hires a doctor who has never cleared medical exams, will you feel safe? Your English ma'am would also not feel safe sending her child there. Okay. So the real question is not about exams. It is about our relationship with effort. We want success without verification, respect without discipline. So your English ma'am knows something important. Testing is not cruelty, testing is responsibility. Like, if we abolish exams, we are not removing pressure, we are removing structure. And without structure, learning slowly collapses into comfort. So the exam hall is not a battlefield, it's a mirror placed before your preparation. And only the unprepared fear the mirror. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Uh, शीतल, शीतल, आप रेडी हो
Yes,
काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स के लिए?
yes, ma'am.
ओके, प्लीज स्टार्ट.
So examination puts too much pressure on the students and it pushes them sometimes past their limits. The school clinic is busiest during exam times. Students are always flooding in and out like it's the market day. Reading too much also puts too much stress on the eyes. And nowadays we have students in elementary schools already needing glasses. Aside the fact that students will not perform their best when they are sick, money is also spent on their treatments, and we know money is not really that easy to come by. Yes, ma'am.
पक्की?
Okay, so she talked about the pressure thing. Okay, so okay, let's take an example of diamond. A diamond does not begin as a diamond. Okay, so it begins as ordinary carbon, something simple and common. Deep under the earth, it faces extreme pressure, intense heat, darkness, isolation for years. That pressure does not destroy it; it transforms it. Without pressure, carbon remains cold. With pressure, it becomes a diamond. So now relate this to students and exams. A student also begins as ordinary. For exams, there is fear, there is pressure, there are sleepless nights, there is self doubt. But during that period, something powerful happens. The mind becomes sharper, focus improves, discipline increases, time management develops. That stress, if handled correctly, shapes character. Okay, let's take one more example. Competitive exam aspirants, like civil services candidates, face enormous pressure. Many fail multiple times, but those years of preparation build patience, emotional control, analytical thinking. Even those who don't clear the exam often become stronger professionals in other fields. So the pressure shapes them. Okay, so coal and diamond are made of the same material. The only difference is pressure. Similarly, students or leaders are made of the same human potential. The difference is how much pressure they are trained to handle. And excessive pressure can break a person. Yeah, I also know that excessive pressure can break a person, but moderate pressure builds strength. The solution is not to
पक्की?
remove exams, but to create a healthy exam environment. Thank you.
ओके, थैंक यू.
Yes,
शीतल?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So exams create overwhelming anxiety, sleepless night, and breakdowns, turning education into a trauma factory. Uh, in coaching centers, 26 students suicides occurred in 2023 alone due to JEE and NEET exams fear and exam test memory dumps, not problem solving, innovation and practical knowledge needed for jobs. And exams trigger severe anxiety and suicides among Indian students due to high competition. Yes, sir.
पक्की?
Okay. Okay, so you talked about cramming and memorization. Okay, let's dissect this point. People also say that exam promotes cramming, memorization is useless, skill is everything, right? So it sounds attractive, at the first point, but think carefully. Like imagine you are lying on an operation table and the surgeon says, relax, I don't believe in memorizing things. I believe in creativity. I don't cram anatomy, I just follow my intuition. So would you smile peacefully or would your heartbeat increase? Now answer me this question. Yeah, of course, you would panic at that moment if that surgeon says that thing. So you want a surgeon to know without thinking, without guessing, where the artery, the blood vessels are, in which nerve must not be touched, how many milligrams of anesthesia are saved. And that level of precision does not come from vibes. It comes from disciplined memorization first and then years of skilled practice. Even institutions like AIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, or Harvard Medical School don't say forget theory, just develop skill. No, they make students memorize thousands of anatomical structures, drawing interactions, procedures, emergency protocols. Do you know why? What's the reason for that? Like huge memorization? because in crisis you don't have time to google, you don't have time to think creatively, your knowledge could be embedded in your nervous system. So memorization is not the enemy. Blind memorization without understanding is the enemy. There's a subtle difference between those things. Yeah, thank you.
So exams make poor measure of true skills. Exam reward craving over creativity or applications. It missing real world ability. For examples, in Finland's education system, Finland skips exams until age of 16, and they focuses on students' well-being, critical thinking, and support for their learning rather than just its outcomes. And um, their exam skills mental health cause of huge anxiety. And yes, ma'am.
Sheetal?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
well, I think I have already answered this argument, but yeah, I can reframe that thing as well. You said that it kills critical thinking. I don't think so. It kills critical thinking. Okay, because when we give exam, we have to tackle a lot of different variety of questions as well. So it it in fact owns our critical thinking. It sharpens our critical thinking in some way. It forces us to think in a way that normal people can't think, and so it widens our scope of critical thinking as well. Like you must have seen a lot of people like who have given UPSC exams and they got selected. So if they would not have given that UPSC exam, then how would you have assumed that they must have good at critical thinking skills, and at the moment when they have to take critical or crucial decisions at that point of time, so that thing that thing is also being tested at that point of time. So I think your point is totally wrong. I despise with your point.
Aki done?
Yeah, yeah.
ओके शीतल,
Yes,
क्लोजिंग
ma'am.
आर्ग्यूमेंट आपकी प्रिपेयर है?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके प्लीज.
Exams remove. I say that remove exams for a joyful, skill-based system. India's young generation deserve growth, not fear. Exams removing would create a healthier, more effective education system focused on real skill and joy learning. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think that was pretty short, but okay. So let's. Okay, all in all, I just want to say that like today, let's say like today we are debating. Like, how will we know who is better? By removing the debate? No. We will know by allowing both sides to speak, by questioning, by testing ideas. Debate itself is an examination. If someone says exams should be abolished because they create stress, when should we abolish this debate too? Because standing here and speaking also creates pressure, but pressure does not destroy truth, it reveals it. Without examination, there is no evaluation, and without evaluation, there is no excellence. If you want to know which student understands better, you must test. If you want to know which idea is stronger, you must debate. So do not abolish exams. They are the debates of academics. And just like today, the preparation will always stand stronger. Thank you.
ओके
Uh, instead of exams, instead of having
शीतल,
exams. Yes, ma'am.
आपकी
Close
क्लोजिंग आर्ग्यूमेंट
comment.
हो गई ना?
और
Yeah,
एक
ma'am,
बता
हो
रही
गया
हूँ,
हो गया.
ओके
थोड़ा है
डन.
बता. मैम दो बार बोलना है, एक बार.
एक ही बार बोलना होता है शीतल. आपकी आपको 13 on 20 मिले हैं और शीतल आपको 12 on 20. ठीक है.
ओके मैम.
नेक्स्ट ग्रुप. नेक्स्ट ग्रुप रेडी हो?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
आकांक्षा एंड प्रियंका, आप रेडी हो?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
ठीक है। आकांक्षा आप फॉर में हो, प्रियंका आप अगेंस्ट में हो। मेक श्योर करना आप अपने टाइम पे बोलो। अगर आप ओवर एक्सीड कर जाओगे देन आई विल स्टॉप यू। ओके?
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है। आकांक्षा प्लीज स्टार्ट। आकांक्षा प्लीज स्टार्ट। आकांक्षा, am I audible to everybody?
Yes, ma'am, you are totally audible.
Is Akansha not present? अभी तो
Yes,
आकांक्षा, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हो?
हाँ जी मैम।
प्लीज स्टार्ट।
Okay ma'am. So good evening ma'am, everyone. So my name is Akansha and my topic is about zoo should be closed, and I'm standing in the favor of closing zoo. So zoo should be closed because animals are made for the forest, not for zoo. They also have right to live in forest. If we talk about zoo like a cage where a animal live like a in a jail. So in the wild, so they travel in a miles. But if we talk about zoo, they don't have this much space, and in the wild they learn about hunting and swimming skills, and these are the skills that helps to make them healthy, but it is not possible in the zoo. And if I give you another example, like there is a leopard. If we putting leopard into the zoo, so leopard will lose their hunting skill, and also he lose their running speed in the zoo. So as per the my opinion, so zoo is not good for wild animal. And uh, and animals are made for forest. If we put in the zoo, they will lose their behavior, like build their nest and running skill and hunting skill. They are not possible into the zoo. And that's it, ma'am.
ओके। प्रियंका
Yes, ma'am.
प्लीज स्टार्ट।
Okay, ma'am. Good evening, respected teacher and my dear friends. My name is Pankaj, and today I am here to speak against the topic is zoo should be closed. I strongly disagree with this statement because zoo play an important role in protecting animal and educating people. While some people think zoo take away freedom, we must also understand that zoo help in saving many animals from extinctions. Zoo are not just place for entertainment; they are center of educations, conversations, and protection of animals. Many animals is zoo are rescued and injured endangered species that cannot survive in the wild. If we close zoo completely, where will this animal go? Not all forests are safe. Many animals may die due to hunting, populations, or lack of food. Therefore, I strongly believe that zoos should not be closed. Instead, they should be improved. Thank you, ma'am.
ओके।
Ma'am,
हाँ जी। इंदिरा, सॉरी आकांक्षा, आप रीजनिंग के लिए तैयार हो?
Okay, ma'am.
स्टार्ट।
I respect Priyanka's point, but somewhere I'm disagree that she already said that. So we learn about education purpose, but it is important that we only learn about if animal live in the zoo. So we we have we are living in modern century. So it is it is possible that we can also learn with digitally. So we have many documentaries and many channels like National Geography and Discovery Channel. We can see on screen, and we can see learn about how animal hunting and living, etc. And in zoo, a child only see a sad animal boring and sitting in a one side. That was the bad for animal and us. So because we are just seeing that that animal was sitting sad. So we should teach children to respect animal from distance, not in zoo. And she also said that like uh, zoo helper help them like doctor, etc. But if I talking about ancient times, so on that time we don't have doctors, and they we don't have doctors. Animal live their own way. They were still survive in a bad situation. They know how to survive, and they know if they are sick, and what kind of plant they need to eat. So the real solution is we don't have to put animal into the jail, sorry, zoo, and we have to protect their forest, and we have to ban hunting skill, and we have to protect nature's strength. Wild animals need a healthy forest, not a kind of a zoo jail. So instead of putting in the jail, we have to give them freedom uh, and protect their forest.
Okay, Akansha, thank you. uh, प्रियंका, आपने रीजनिंग आप तैयार हो रीजनिंग के लिए?
Yes, ma'am.
प्लीज स्टार्ट.
Now I would like to present my reasons. Firstly, zoo help in the conservation of endangered species. Many animals today are in danger because of hunting, deforestation, climate change. Zoo provide a safe environment where these animals are protected and cared for. For example, many rare species like white tiger and some types of birds are bred in zoo to increase their populations. Without zoo, some of this animal might disappear forever. Second point, zoo protect endangered animal. Many species are becoming extinctions. Zoo help in breeding program and saving rare animals like tiger, white lions. Zoo provide education. Students and children learn about wildlife by seeing animal in real life. It's create awareness and love for nature. Second, reduce and treatment. Many animals are injured, are rescued from illegal hunting. Zoo give them medical care and safe environment. Zoo today are like old times. Modern zoo provide better space, food, and health care.
ओके. आकांक्षा, काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट स्टार्ट करें?
Okay, ma'am.
प्लीज स्टार्ट.
So in the counter argument, I want to say that so I will share some examples. So zoo example. So there were elephant, and her that was and her name was sorry his name was Shankar, and he was live with his partner Bombay. But in 2021 he died. Bombay was died, and Shankar lived with alone. He was full of stress, depression, and his behavior was aggressive. And 2025, at age 29, he died because of stress. And if I give another example of deer, So 10 deer were lived in Kerala's zoo. So suddenly some
Akansha,
street dogs
that's
are
it.
came. Sorry, ma'am.
That's it. 1 minute is up.
ओ-
Okay.
मैम
Uh,
ये काउंटर का था ना?
हाँ जी, काउंटर का है.
ओके मैम.
Priyanka, please start.
Okay, ma'am. Now I would like to respond to Akansha point. She may say that animals feel caged and unhappy in zoo. But I would like to say that not all zoos are cruel. Many zoos follow strict animal welfare rules. In the wild, animal face danger like poaching and starvations to protect them from this threat. Instead of closing zoo, we should improve their conditions. If school are bad, do we close school? No, we improve them. Similarly, instead of closing zoo, we should make them better. Ma'am, done.
Um, Akansha, please start.
I understand what Priyanka said, but if I give you one example, like if there is a one room and I give you permission to live alone with full of features, but you don't have permission like go outside playing, and also I don't give you permission to spend with your family. So it is possible to live? No, it is not possible. So it will become traumatic, means it's a heartbreaking distraction for you. So taking away animal from their family, it also uh, heartbreaking and shocking. So I want to say that instead of putting animal, we have to give permission to live and freely in the forest without doing sorry. Instead of we have to ban in hunting style, and we have to ban hunting and protects the forest. That's it, ma'am.
Okay. Priyanka, please start.
Okay, ma'am. To conclude, zoo play an important role in conservation, education, and animal protection. Closing them in is not the solution. Improvement is the solution. Therefore, I firmly stand against the motion that zoos should be closed. Now, some people believe that zoos should be closed because animals lost their freedom in capacity. They agree that wild animals should live in their natural habitats, not in a cage. According to them, animals feel stressed and unhappy in zoo. They also believe that keeping animal for entertainment in cruel and unfair.
Akansha, Akansha,
सॉरी फॉर मैम, बट इन्होंने तो शायद फेवर में बोला है.
Akansha, आप अपना बोलो. That I am listening.
ओके मैम. मैम
ठीक है?
काउंटर ना.
हाँ जी.
So I'm giving another example like 10 years. If you, in Kerala, in Kerala zoo, suddenly some street dog came and they started barking at the deer, and then what happened? Deer was not able to run because they have not that much space, and they don't have that much place to hide. So result is that the they 10 deers were dead because of extremely fear. So we don't have to put in through the cage. And if I give you another example like white tiger of example, so in zoo there were white tiger, and there was a person, her name, his name was Maksud. Suddenly he fell into the his cage, and he set it silently because he was fear. Then the white
Akansha,
tiger.
that's
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
1 minute is up. Okay. Priyanka, Priyanka,
Ma'am.
आपका लास्ट काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट.
Okay, ma'am.
प्लीज स्टार्ट.
Mm, Zoo are not only place of entertainment but also center of protection, education, and research. Instead of closing zoo, we should improve their conditions and ensure animals are treated properly. Therefore, I strongly believe that zoo should not be closed. Ma'am, done.
डन.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. आकांक्षा, प्लीज अपनी क्लोजिंग आर्गुमेंट दे दीजिए.
Okay, ma'am. In conclusion, I want to say animals are not for entertainment. We should not put them into zoo for just a few minutes watching and learn something. It's not a good. So they have also heart. They also have families, friends, and they also have feeling, and they also can feel pain just like us. If I like a Shankar example, he was that because of he was living alone, sad, and no friends, family. That why he was that. Instead, we are not saving animal. We are just hurting him. And instead of putting animal into zoo should not protect their natural homes. Stop, we have to find real solution. We have to find real solution, like we have to stop cutting like Amazon jungle. We have to protect animals, and we have to grow trees, and we have to ban hunting, and we have to make strict law for that will help to animal to live their freely and freedomly life. That's it, ma'am.
ओके आकांक्षा. प्रियंका, आपकी क्लोजिंग आर्गुमेंट.
मैम हो गई ना क्लोजिंग आर्ग्यूमेंट.
आपने दे दी प्रियंका क्लोजिंग आर्गुमेंट.
मैम जस्ट वेट. यस मैम. अभी है मुझे.
बट क्लोजिंग आर्गुमेंट आकांक्षा, प्रियंका ने दिया. आई
मैम
थिंक.
मैंने लास्ट वाला नहीं सुना उनका।
नहीं, प्रियंका, आपकी क्लोजिंग आर्गुमेंट नहीं हुई है.
ओके मैम. ओके.
हाँ जी.
Closing argument to conclude, Jew play an important role in conservation, education, and animal protections. Closing them is not the solution. Improvement is the solution. There, I firmly stand against the motion that Jew should be closed. Thank you, ma'am.
ओके. आकांक्षा, आपके 30/20 हैं. एंड प्रियंका, आपके 11/20 हैं. ठीक है. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, बहुत इट्स ऑलरेडी past 6, ऑलमोस्ट 10. एक काम करते हैं. ग्रुप नंबर 5, 6, 7, 8 एंड 9. 6, 7, 6, 7 एंड 8, 3 ग्रुप्स आपका कल होगा. प्लीज प्रिपेयर. एंड या लेट्स मीट टुमारो.
मैम 20 में से 11 स्कोर मिले हैं. 20 out of 11.
11/20, हाँ जी.
ओके मैम.
ठीक है. एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस फॉर मी?
मैम फीडबैक कब देंगे?
शीतल, आफ्टर सबका एक बार हो जाएगा, देन आई विल गिव फीडबैक्स.
ओके मैम.
Okay. Okay, students. Good evening to everyone. Please join tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am. Good
Okay,
evening,
so
ma'am.
thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, ma'am.